Alright, and welcome to our stream, everybody. This is Ariel Gatoga, and we are streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch for a general reading for all signs for today, the 29th of October 2023. Moderating on YouTube is the lovely Jennifer, and moderating on Twitch is the lovely Deline. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you so much, Deline. And thank you to everybody for joining us today. I am reading with this Tarot de Maria Celia today, which is a sweet modern interpretation of the Marseille. This is my own cologne, and this is a substitute, an organic substitute for Florida water. And I'm going to use 3 sprays in this room. You can find the links to purchase the deck and also how to make this Florida water substitute in the video description of this video on my YouTube channel. If you're watching us on a restream on YouTube and you want to not watch all my shuffling, just use the timestamps in the video description. Oh my, that smells really good. In the video description on YouTube. Let's see. If you're watching us on YouTube, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. If you're watching on Twitch, you can follow us on Twitch, and if you want to watch without ads on Twitch, you can subscribe to us there. We do have a shop, and that's located at arielscornershop.com. arielscornershop.com. Everything listed in there are affiliate links. All things are affiliate links, which means we make a small commission off of each and every sale, and it's a fun and easy way to give our channel some support. Another way to support us is with a donation. You can use our PayPal portal if you'd like. You can see the URL flashing across your screen every so often for that. You could also use a super sticker, super chat, or super thanks if you're on YouTube. Or if you want to use a credit card or other forms like Apple Pay, you can go to our website, ariels-corner.com, arielscorner with a hyphen.com, and check in the footer of every page for other donation links. Oh, I don't read with card reversals, so you're going to see me flipping those cards right side up. It's just how I like to read. This does go out to a lot of people, so if for some reason it doesn't seem to apply to you, just disregard it. It may not be meant for you. In that case, check out the zodiacal readings for your own individual sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. You can find all of the most recent tarot readings restreams on my website, ariels-corner.com. Just check on the free online tarot readings link in the main menu. Thanks so much for being here. Let's see what's in the cards for everybody. We start out with the Queen of Wands, followed by the Emperor, and then we have the Judgment card. That's huge. This is a nice... Sorry if this tablecloth is too busy. I know some of you hate that, but I like this cloth, so I decided to use it. But I don't know about the color. Is not too contrasting. Anyway, so this is wonderful. Let's start with this Emperor card. I'm almost done with this Emperor meditation, by the way, so I don't have it up yet, but look for that within the next week. It's all written and ready to record. Let's see. The Emperor is all about who we are as executives, the executives of our own lives. Your life is your empire, and you get to choose what kind of emperor you want to be. If you look, just it's interesting to just kind of do some research on the different, like even in Rome, the different kinds of emperors in Rome. There were so many of them. Some of them were really benign and wonderful and did so much for the people of their empire. Other ones were just sort of scared and didn't do anything. They just sort of, were pointless. And then some were really mean and really cruel and ruthless. I mean, there's just a whole, plethora of ways that you can lead an empire. Well, your life is your empire. So what kind of emperor do you want to be? The best kind of emperor is one that has trusted advisors. And the key to the emperor for me is that when you want to be a leader in this world, which is what the emperor is, you have to learn how to be a follower on the invisible world. So if I can listen and ask for guidance on the invisible world, everybody thinks I've got it together here, even though I don't, but it's because I'm following guidance. So it seems like I'm really on top of things, but I don't know anything, right? But if I think I know everything and I just run out there and try to be the leader in the physical world, very frequently, I don't come off that well. and I don't do as well. So I'm not a good leader in my own empire if I'm making choices up all by myself. But if I'm asking for guidance from infinite intelligence, from my inner guide, then I'm always guided and led in the perfect way, and I don't make as many mistakes. In fact, I don't make any mistakes if I'm really following guidance. I only make mistakes if I say, well, maybe not. I'm sure that's not what they meant. I'll do it this way instead. That's when I make mistakes. And so this is a beautiful, powerful card reminding you of your power, and that it's really, really up to you. And it's so important to recognize that when the Emperor comes up, that it's really up to you what you want to be, what kind of leader you want to be. Now, if you didn't catch what it was saying, that you have all the power, it's telling you here that you've been granted all the power. This Judgment card is, look at all of these blessings being showered upon these people. They were asleep. They didn't know they were the Emperor. They didn't know they had power. They didn't know anything. They just thought they were just They were just in some kind of weird dreaming of something, and sleeping away all of the power and letting things just happen around them. And in their little graves, they're like the walking dead. And so this angel comes and blasts the trumpet and says, wake up. And everybody wakes up to their blessings. And that's what you want to do. You want to wake up to your blessings and understand that you, as the Emperor, not only have the ability to lead, but you also have the ability to be a conduit for this blessing, be a conduit for the good of those people that are in your life. If they're in your life, they're part of this empire. Again, that doesn't mean that you're a leader over them and you don't want to hoard power over other people in your life. This is more talking about the circumstances in your life, but the people that you do come across, they are emperors also. And so, when different world leaders can actually get together and become partners and learn how to coexist peacefully, then the world becomes a better place. Well, it may not happen on the level of world leaders in the news, but it can happen for you. You can take on that mantle of being an emperor in the company of emperors and learn how to work together with other people. And one of the ways that you do that is by blessing them. Now, we had a big conversation, you shouldn't bless somebody without their permission. I disagree with that. There's a difference between blessing somebody and casting a spell on them. Okay, you don't need to cast spells on people without their permission. In fact, you don't really need to cast spells on people at all. I think it's best to cast spells on oneself. But you do have the opportunity and the power of blessing those around you. And if you see that everybody around you is a fellow emperor, and then they can benefit from your blessing. Because what happens is not only do they benefit from the thing from your blessing, but you benefit from your blessing because you get what you give. And you see how this angel is blessing you without any reservations. This angel's not saying, well, make sure you only use the blessings this way. Make sure that you're this. Make sure that you're that. No, the angels just bless. And it's up to these people to receive it or not. And that's what you can do as well to others around you. You can bless them indiscriminately. Indiscriminately. That's another word for unconditional love, is indiscriminate blessing. And if you can learn how to bless indiscriminately, then you receive the benefits from that blessing. It's sort of done out of self-interest. So one thing you can do is go through like a website or a magazine, or especially if there are like celebrities that bother you, or if there's politicians that bother you, or people in the news that bother you, go through where there's pictures of these people and bless them. Bless them, the people that really bother you. Give them blessings. You're not empowering them to bother you. You're not empowering them to harm you. You're giving them blessings so that you can receive the blessings, because wherever you withhold blessings, that's where those blessings are being withheld from you. And it's a beautiful, beautiful trick to really just get things to turn around in your life, is to indiscriminately bless everybody. And you can always know that the best place to start with are the people that you don't want to bless, the people that you would rather withhold blessings from. Those are the areas in your life where you're withholding blessings from yourself. It's a very, very powerful exercise. And I would recommend that since you have this Emperor and Judgment combo here, that you experiment with that. You experiment with blessing. All right. This Queen of Wands is talking about how you've really been nurturing some parts of your work or craft or something that you're good at or that you want to get better at. And part of what that is all about is that is part of your empire. That is part of your empire. So it's important that you don't compartmentalize things too much and say, well, I've got my love life over here. I've got my career over here. I've got my hobbies over here. I've got my money over here. I've got my friends over here. Instead, you want to think of yourself more as like a wheel, and those are different spokes that come off of a central hub, and they're all connected. They all are connected to you. They're not compartmentalized at all. They all come together as a great whole inside of you, as WHOLE, not whole like you're missing something, but an entirety within you. Now, when you do that, when you start to recognize how everything affects everything else, it even becomes more important that you don't withhold blessings. Because where you withhold blessings, again, you're withholding blessings from yourself. And if you're withholding blessings from one part of yourself, it affects every other part of your life. Very, very powerful reading. Okay, 3 of Coins, Page of Swords, and 9 of Coins. So the coins are very good news. These 2 coins are very amazing. These are lots of manifestation, lots of abundance, lots of magnetism towards wealth, a lot of very satisfying experiences with wealth, whatever that means to you. It can be money, but it can be other kinds of assets. But the problem is that you need to learn how to question everything. And because there's some bad information out there, and you don't want just to believe what you hear. That's a bad emperor. You don't just want to believe everything, all the gossip that you hear. You want to ask your trusted advisors. That means going to your inner guide. Don't just believe stuff you read on the internet. Don't believe stuff. I get that all the time when I'm teaching something, and I'll say, this is how you do it. And somebody says, well, somebody told me blah, 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 blah. And it's fine. You can, I'm not saying that you shouldn't listen to that, but these are, it's important to not just believe it just because somebody told me blah, 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 blah. You need to question it. You need to bring it to the light of truth. You need to ask, well, why did they say that? Do I agree with that? Were they correct or incorrect? Just because somebody says, well, 3 + 3 = 7, just because somebody says it doesn't make it so. Right? So it's very important that you put everything by infinite intelligence. That's why you have this inner guidance. And you're less inclined to be susceptible to misinformation and outright lies if you are blessing. Where you're holding your blessings is where you're more vulnerable to misinformation and to being misguided. So find those places in your life where you withhold blessings and just blast those areas of your life and those people of your life with blessings, and notice the way things change for you. Notice how things turn around for you, and notice how you're less susceptible to misinformation and lies, that you start learning how to listen to that inner guidance rather than this person, that person, this website, that blog, right? Listening to that inner guidance, which is always correct, never ever fails. All right, a beautiful reading today. Lots of blessings, lots of power. Thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you to the amazing moderators, Jennifer and Delene. We're off on Mondays, but we'll see you for another general reading on Tuesday. Much love and many blessings.